Have you ever been fasting and accidentally taken a sip of water or a bite of food, only to feel your heart drop as panic sets in? We've all been there. One distracted moment during a busy day, and suddenly you realize with horror, you've broken your fast without meaning to. Meet Ayan, a dedicated young professional navigating his fasting journey. Despite his commitment, one fateful afternoon, he absent-mindedly reached for his lunch and took a bite, then froze as reality hit him. Was his entire fast ruined? Should he abandon his efforts and start over tomorrow? Had all his discipline been for nothing? What Ayan discovered next didn't just save his fast. It transformed his entire understanding of fasting discipline. Before we dive into this game-changing revelation, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Your fasting journey is about to get a whole lot easier. Ayan had recently started fasting. He wanted to experience the spiritual and health benefits of fasting, but it was challenging. His mornings started strong. He woke up for suhoor, prayed far, and felt motivated. But as the day went on, his energy dropped, hunger kicked in, and distractions took over. One afternoon, while working on a project, he absent-mindedly grabbed a snack from his desk and took a bite. The moment he swallowed, his heart sank. "Oh no, I'm fasting," he gasped. Panic set in. Did I just break my fast? Do I have to start over? Did I ruin the entire day? His guilt weighed him down. He had been so careful, but one thoughtless moment made him feel like he had failed. But what he didn't realize was that experts and Islamic scholars had a completely different view on accidental eating. Ayan couldn't stop thinking about it. He had worked so hard to stay disciplined, yet one small mistake made him feel like his fast was ruined. He searched online, what happens if you eat during fasting by accident? Some sources said his fast was broken, while others said it wasn't. He felt even more confused. Later that evening, he told his uncle, who was a religious scholar, about what had happened. His uncle smiled and said, "Ayan, do you know what the Prophet Muhammad said about this?" He then shared a hadith. If somebody eats or drinks forgetfully, then he should complete his fast, for what he has eaten or drunk has been given to him by Allah. Sahih al-Bukhari 66-69. Ayan was shocked. His mistake wasn't a failure, it was a mercy from Allah. But what did experts say about fasting and the body? Relieved by the prophets, hadith, Ayan wanted to understand the scientific side of fasting. He researched what happens in the body when fasting is momentarily interrupted. He came across Dr. Jason Fung, a fasting expert, who explained, one accidental intake of food does not cancel out the benefits of fasting. The body remains in a fasting state as long as insulin levels stay low. This meant that one accidental bite wouldn't undo the effects of fasting. The body would still continue its process of burning fat, detoxing, and improving metabolism. Ayan also learned that fasting is not about perfection but consistency. With this new understanding, his perspective changed completely. Instead of obsessing over mistakes, he focused on making fasting a long-term habit. Now, he was ready to finish Ramadan without guilt, but with gratitude and discipline. With a new mindset, Ayan stopped stressing over small mistakes and focused on the bigger picture, spiritual growth and discipline. He became more mindful during fasting, paying attention to his actions and thoughts. Instead of fearing mistakes, he embraced the journey of self-improvement. He also remembered another hadith where the Prophet Muhammad said, Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear. Quran 2:286. This reminded him that fasting is meant to build patience, not cause unnecessary guilt. By the end of Ramadan, Ayan felt stronger, more disciplined, and more connected to his faith. His fasts were no longer about just avoiding food, but about becoming a better version of himself. His experience taught him a valuable lesson. Fasting isn't about perfection, it's about progress, and that made all the difference. Fasting isn't about being perfect, it's about commitment and growth. Have you ever accidentally eaten while fasting? Share your experience in the comments. And if this story inspired you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more powerful lessons on faith, discipline, and self-improvement. Let's grow together.